Okay. Given the fact that I'm into personal branding and resume rebranding, I always get questions with regards to that. Okay. And before I do go deeper into this video, uh, congrats to the, I think, nine people who got jobs this month. This is going to be the end of the month. So 9 people got jobs whom I did the resume rebrand. Okay. I know it's not a great score, but I always say something is better than nothing. And they definitely stood out. They definitely followed instructions and they achieved success. Today's day and age, that counts a lot. Okay. Especially for people who are not succeeding. So that's one. Okay. Now, given that these are my clients and I know them, there are plenty of people who are not my clients. And I see them doing these 7 stupid mistakes over and over again. No matter how many times I address it, I still see them making the mistake. So, in this video, I thought I'll share the 7 resume rebrand mistakes that people make. You tell me which one resonates with you. The first one is the biggest mistake of resume rebrand is there's a difference between resume rewriting, resume designing, redesign, and resume rebrand. I know that you might think it's a word play, but let me define it for you. Resume writing is, there's a guy who types out a CV, he writes it for you. That's resume rewriting. You have a CV, you wrote it or typed it in a particular way, he just reformats it in something else. He can use the internet, he can use other people's CVs, he can do from his own experience. That is resume rewriting. Resume redesign is the cosmetics. It was no color, you made blue color, pink color, purple color, yellow color. Like I saw one fiddly fat female on TikTok. Is your resume dinka, 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 then boom, she gives like this. Before it was white resumes and then color, pink, yellow, green, and a photo. And she's only, I think, in her 20s, and she's telling, do you want a CEO job? And I don't know who the hell will fall for it. And I think her pricing was $20, $50, something. Okay. Whoever falls for such a nonsense deserves such a nonsense CV. Okay. Now the third one comes resume rebrand. Obviously anyone can say, I am doing resume rebrand. No, people don't even understand what is a resume rebrand. Let me put it to you this way. If Coca-Cola or Pepsi were to reintroduce their logo or reintroduce their tagline, like Emirates Airlines keeps changing their tagline. Once it was keep discovering, then hello tomorrow, so whatever, luxury something, I don't know, then a world's #1 airline, or you can have different. So this is a rebrand, and it takes a lot of thought, a lot of data, a lot of analysis, a lot of experience, expertise. Okay, so the first one is they don't know the difference. This is the first biggest mistake. The second mistake that they do is, which you have heard it before, either asking for free. Hey, please, can you help me? Please, please, please. Okay, free. Sob story. Please, sir, please, please. Okay. Or please, discount. Please, some discount. Okay. Or they try to come up with these innovative deals. See, listen. What is your charge? I tell them my charge. Fine. Let's add 10%. Let's add 20%. I'm 100% going to pay you. Okay, when? After I get a job. After. You confirm a job, everything fine. Once I get my salary, I'll pay you. Then obviously you get some others. I'll pay you in installments, little bit today. See, now it's not that I'm not flexible about these things like installments, or if it is a big project or something, or you're definitely having some issues, we can renegotiate. And if it is something like a particular amount and I feel, okay, fine, can think about this. All right. But if you're someone who I know can afford it, and now you're trying to be a cheap Charlie, you can just imagine someone is going to tattoo on your body, and you negotiate to the point where you piss him off. When he does your tattoo, do you think he's going to give his 100%? You wouldn't know what is his 100%. Maybe he'll just do it and, yeah, it's fantastic. Maybe he could have done another 2-3 more hours. Who is the person who will suffer for the rest of his life with a B grade, C grade, artistic rendition? You. So the second mistake that people do in resume rebranding, remember the price for the product or service. There's a reason for that pricing. There's a reason I'm one of the most expensive. I didn't conjure up this amount from somewhere. And if I was not successful at it, I wouldn't survive. That's why you'll never hear me saying, hey, half price, 20%, 80%. It doesn't work out that way. Number 3, the third biggest mistake of resume rebranding. They will forward their resume to 100,000, 1 million people or whatever, spam everyone, and then magically assume they changed their CV. That is rebranding. They'll create a new email address, okay? They'll create a new CV. They'll create a new whatever. And they'll send you again. Is that resume rebranding? No, that is called being a bloody irritant. That is called being uneducated. That is called being stupid. You're a spammer. This is not rebranding, boss. People, you'll not believe, people have actually asked me, if I change my email address, what is that going? Oh, you'll not believe I've got one person who sent me 5 different positions, 5 different looking CVs. Color is changed, photograph is changed, like in different angles. Words are the same. Okay. What is rebranding number 4? Resume rebrand is not about bombastic words, wanting to achieve the magnum opus on the career pathway towards excellence. What the hell is that? I don't understand how. And it's not adjectives. I'm a determined, focused, hardworking, dynamic, thought provoker, thought leader, thought something. You thought some bullshit. What? That's not rebranding. Blowing smoke up your own ass, or having a big head, they'll look at you as a dickhead, man. Like, look at The Rock right now. He looks like a head of a dick. Number 5, what is not resume rebrand? The biggest mistake is copying someone else's template. Oh goodness, this is so common. Given the fact the internet is so easily available, they will search and they'll say, oh, this was the amazing CV that got me a job in Google, Oracle, or 10,000 companies approach me, or the Fortune 500. Ah, very good. They'll see the template and they'll ditto try to copy it. What are you doing, my friend? What are you doing? It's like I want to get married, so I see the profile of very successful CEO and I copy that. What is going to do? Okay, point number 6. Resume rebrand's biggest mistake. You trying to do it yourself. Now let's understand this. Let's assume you're an engineer. You've been an engineer for 20 years. Do you think if I just looked at the internet and studied engineering, I can be an engineer or better than you? Or let's assume, let's not go to highly technical jobs like doctor, engineer. Let's look at simple salesman. Sales is simple, right? You've been a salesman for 20 years. College student comes out. Okay, never done sales. Or somebody who has never done sales tries to compete with you. Can you do a better job? So how can you think of doing my job and expect spectacular results? You with your limited knowledge and experience. It's like, these kids, these school kids, college kids, they'll read about a G spot, an orgasm, and think, oh, I read it on Google. Oh, I watched this porno. Now I'm a sex magnet. I know what to do. Yeah, baby, I'm going to give you an orgasm like you never had before. I know where is the G spot. Okay, try. And last, if not the least, this is the most important one. Look, resume rebrand involves a lot of thought, a lot of effort, a lot of creativity, a lot of customization. It has to match the market, it has to match your personality, it has to match the current situation of how the place where you stay is, it has to match the industry, it has to match what you can say and deliver at the interview. Because if your resume is so amazing but your interview ability is pathetic, what do you expect, man? Let's say I made an incredible CV that positions you as the next God's gift to mankind, but at the interview you're absolutely and utterly, you bomb. How does it work? That is where resume rebrand takes. That's why I get shocked and surprised when someone says, I want a resume rebrand in 1 hour. What? I can do a few corrections, but it's not a rebrand. It's correcting the errors. I don't know from which world these people come. And they think they can fool the decision maker, the man who has seen everything, who sees tens of thousands of resumes and people. You're going to fool him. Yeah, I want double the salary, triple the salary. Triple. TRIPPLE. Yeah, I want 20% higher. Yeah, for what? The content, it's not the design. Yes, to a certain extent, yes, it should be readable, it should be presentable. But the most important thing is not the colors, not anything else. It is, even if it's a black and white profile, it is the content, the words. And the words matter. And to come out with those words, you will not get it from a thesaurus. You will not get it by copying others. It has to be you. And for that, you need to go to a wordsmith with experience in dealing with human beings, understanding the market, and articulating those thoughts in a well-crafted manner. That is sellable. If you cannot sell the person, see, end of the day, I'll tell you this much. This is the acid test for a profile. I ask people always this question. Okay, applied for a job. How many job offers you got? If you get a decent number of job offers, or at least calls for an interview, your CV is good, don't change it. You're doing well for the time being. If, however, you don't even get a call, okay, I'm not talking of when there is an oversupply, like in the case of India, or let's say you're trying to get into an industry where there's too much of supply but no jobs. For example, crypto right now. Okay, too many crypto experts, or SEO, too many SEO experts, but there's no demand for it. Then you're stupid. Or IT, or anything simple. There's an oversupply, and you can easily get anyone, and you're demanding very high. You'll not. But otherwise, if you apply and you're not getting any response, then boss, your resume needs to be rebranded. But in the end, remember this much. It's a sum total of so many other factors. But the most important, the first step, the most important one is the first interaction, and that is your profile. Your profile is the first point of interaction. So if that itself is messed up, nobody is going to bother to even look at you. Anyway, these are the 7 major resume rebrand mistakes people have done. Let me know, what are your thoughts? Good, bad, ugly? I'd love to hear from you. And believe it or not, these are what I've found out what is happening right now. Alright, you guys take care. Put your thoughts and comments down below. Love to hear from you. Ciao.